It's your boy Devon Bray,
And I'm Naomi Bray.
and this is the best new indie reviews for Tubi.
Yes, and today we're going to give you a quick rundown on the movie #Love Goals, directed by BZ Jones.
Yep.
And so let's go ahead and get into the 3 positives and a negative for the movie.
Okay.
I'll go first.
All right.
So number 1 for me would have to be the diverse casting. It wasn't just black folks in this movie. There was white people. There was an Asian. It was just nice to see a diverse cast, you know. And they all added their little flavor to the movie, so
Yeah.
I love that. And then the second one for me is, without giving too much of the movie away, hopefully most of you guys have seen it. It highlights an issue, and I know this is all races, but I know it happens a lot in the black community, of children feeling like their parents, specifically their mothers, are putting a man before them, or you know what I'm saying, like they just feel like a relationship is getting put before their needs as a child. And so this movie highlighted that issue, and they did a really good job of making you feel that emotion. And so those are my 2 positives.
My one positive would be it was well written. It was a good storyline.
Yes.
Also, it was pertaining to women more. This is a woman's movie, so a man is not gonna be like, man, I gotta see this movie, you know what I'm saying? But it's a movie if you watch with your wife or watch with your girl, whatever.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you enjoy it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it has a woman being the audience. The target audience is women. For
Definitely.
most definitely. So it would be that, and then we're gonna get into the negatives.
Yes.
Which my negative about the movie would be, I felt like there was some scenes that was just like dragged on too long. Like they could have did like a little bit there and then got out of it, but they stayed there for like 5-7 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and I guess I will piggyback off of what you just said. I feel like in some scenes the dialogue could have moved a little bit faster. I feel like they kind of repeated some things a lot of times in the dialogue. Just like you said, they could have just got in and out. Instead of getting in and out, they ended up repeating things. So, yeah, that's my negative. So let's move into what actor stood out to you the most?
Now he only had a little baby scene,
Yeah.
but he did a wonderful job in it, and that's the stepdad played by Denzel.
Yes.
To me, that that was a good performance. You know what I'm saying? It was strong enough to make me say that was my the actor in there.
Yes.
Even though the mains did good, but to me, that's what I'm gonna pick.
Yes. And then for your actress?
Oh yeah, the actress. I'm gonna have to say Camilla, played by Tori.
Okay.
Which is the director's wife.
Yes.
BZ.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, the actor would have to be Eli, played by Casey. He was also. The movie just recently came out, A Very Merry Hood Christmas.
Yeah.
He was also in that movie, and he was my favorite in that movie.
He's actually been in a lot of movies. And
Yes, he's been working.
He on the come up. He's been working.
Yes.
He's a good actor too.
Yes, I loved him. It's just his energy. I keep saying this every time I talk about him. He has such a charisma about him. You could tell that this is his gifting. And then my actress would have to be the mom, played by Tanya Brown. She was also in A Very Merry Hood Christmas.
Yeah.
She did an amazing job. And you can tell that, like, she really dedicated herself into portraying this role. She did a great job. So let's move into the spoilers alert.
Yeah, so if you ain't seen the movie, you might want to get off of this real quick. So we're about to get into the next subject, which is what scene stood out to you the most.
Yes.
And the scene that stood out to me the most is the character Casey that plays in the movie.
Yeah, his name's Eli.
Eli,
Yes.
yeah. His mom found out, that he was gay, and then even the boyfriend was there, and then it was just a whole big mess. So that scene stood out to me the most because it was like the emotional piece.
Yes.
That was like the tension of how everything, went this and then went kind of like that.
Yes, it was like the climax.
Yeah.
And for me, it would have to be when Casey popped up at Camilla's house and he checked her because, she always was acting like she was right about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes you gotta have those hard conversations with your friends.
No,
and
right.
I loved it because that was her character. She played it like she was a goody two-shoes and she was the victim and all of this stuff. And Eli said, no, baby boo, you need to sit down. You're wrong sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And so I that stood out to me because he loved her enough to say something to her, and he did it respectfully. And you gotta have that in friendship. So I loved seeing that. And then I think that's basically it. So how would you rate the movie?
I rate the movie 8 out of 10. And again, I tell you this because it's not a man's driven movie, it's woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is. It is a woman's movie. So for me, I would say it's a 10 out of 10.
Right.
Because I love the movie. I love seeing Casey. He was a supporting actor. Like his role, he had a supporting role. But I could definitely see him playing a lead role. Like he has that to do it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. So the final question is, do you think there should be a part 2?
No.
Of course you would say that.
I think you should just leave it because it's
because
not.
you don't even think it's a guy's movie.
Now it's the concept Love Goes. That would be like Love Goes 2, or if you came up with another name for a series for it, that'd be dope. Again, it's for women, so I can't relate. I'm not eager to see a part 2, but women probably will. You know what I'm saying? Because it's you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not male dominant in there. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the sideline of the thing. And I'm not saying women-led movies don't. It's just me personally, I just like action. I don't like romantic stuff, unless it has Beyond the Lights, like it has some type of like musical storyline. Usually all the music romantic storyline, like music artist type tough stuff, that stuff works. But just for like relationship, like that's
well,
aside.
for me, I feel like they could do a part 2, and it's not even the lovey-dovey stuff. Like I feel like part 2 could, since everyone's in their relationships, I feel like part 2 could focus more on action and suspense and stuff like that, because the mom, during the whole movie, the mom was like, you need to get him out of jail, the stepdad. So ding ding ding, part 2 could be with the stepdad somehow magically getting out of jail, and they could go into a whole nother thing with him being out, how Camilla, handles that, the dilemmas, all of that stuff. I could totally see a part 2, and it doesn't even have to be lovey-dovey. It doesn't have to be romance, since you kind of got that out of the way with the first one.
Right.
And then, of course, you can still have a romance aspect in it with, having relationships. There's rocky things that happen all the time, so you can still play with the relationships. But I would love to see a part 2 and see them go more down that suspense, that suspense lane. But do you have anything else to add?
Besides the fact that like I said, it's a woman-led movie, it was well written though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those niche movies, for women.
You keep
saying it. I don't know why I keep saying it. Because I mean that's a good thing though. I mean people in the Tubi group, majority of that is women. So
that's
you
true.
definitely want to pertain to women when you're making movies.
Very true.
Not me. You know what I'm saying?
Very true. Okay,
Yeah.
so we want to know what you guys think. Do you think there should be a part 2 of #Love Goals? Do you like the movie? What did you think of the movie? We want to know. And we also, if you have any recommendations of any reviews that we should be doing, considering TV shows or movies on Tubi, just either inbox us or comment below, and we'll see if we can get to them. And until the next review, we out of here.
What we gon' do right now? I'm the only one around. Get a radio playing, let it go. I'ma give you what you want, put on the show. Don't care.